Good afternoon, everyone. Well, once again, New Jersey Governor Mikie Sherrill has managed to remind us that every campaign promise apparently comes with an expiration date that's shorter than a carton of milk. Remember all those promises? We're going to make New Jersey more affordable. We're going to freeze electric bills on day one. Those sounded great, didn't they? Well, how's that working out? Because somewhere between Election Day and Inauguration Day, freezing your electric bill somehow became, here's 25 bucks, good luck. Apparently, that's the new definition of affordability in Trenton. Congratulations, everyone! Your electric bill keeps climbing, but don't you worry. You can now afford almost half a pizza, maybe, without toppings. Let's review the scorecard. Governor Sherrill signed a record-settling $60.7 billion state budget, adding $3 billion over the previous fiscal year, and then proudly announced legislation providing New Jersey residents a $25 energy credit. $25? That's not relief. That's what your grandmother slips into a birthday card and with a note that says, don't spend it all in one place. Except grandma usually doesn't raise your taxes first. Think about the math. Electric bills have been climbing for months. January, February, March, April, May, June. Every month, another surprise awaits in the mailbox. You open your utility bill like you're opening a horror movie script. Who's the villain this month? Delivery charges, supply charges, distribution charges, some mysterious supercharge no one can explain. By the time you finish reading the bill, you've aged 3 years. But don't you worry, the state answered it with a $25. Ladies and gentlemen, that's like someone backing a dump truck in your living room and then handing you a broom. Imagine going to the grocery store. Your total comes to $287. The cashier smiles and said, good news, here's $25. Fantastic, right? You still are paying over 260 bucks. But apparently that's called relief. Maybe next they'll solve the housing crisis by giving everyone a coupon for free scented candles. See? Problem solved. It's almost impressive. Campaign slogans have become Olympic level gymnastics. Freeze electric bills, turn it into, well, technically here's $25. Somewhere, dictionaries are filing lawsuits over the abuse of English language. And let's be honest, New Jersey residents don't need symbolic gestures. They need actual affordability. People aren't asking for miracles. They're asking for bills they can actually pay without having to decide whether the air conditioning or the refrigerator wins this month's financial battle. Middle-class families are watching every dollar. Seniors living on fixed income are watching every dollar. Young families are trying to buy their first homes are watching every dollar. Small business owners are watching every dollar. The only people who don't seem worried about every dollar are the people who are writing the $60.7 billion budget. Funny how that works. Government's answers to spending problems always seem to be spend more. If your household budget works like Trenton, your financial advisor staged an intervention. Honey, we're broke. I know. So what's the plan? Well, we'll spend more than $3 billion. Brilliant. You think it'll fix that? No. But we'll mail everyone $25. That's not fiscal policy. That's a comedy sketch. Except we're the only ones buying the tickets. Campaign promises matter because people vote based on them. When voters hear freeze electric bills, they expect, well, electric bills to be frozen. Not a consolation prize, not a participation trophy, not a $25 coupon with a government press release celebrating itself like it just discovered electricity. The real question is simple. If the promise was to freeze, what happened? When did day one become maybe eventually? When did affordability become press conference? When did relief become $25? Those are fair questions. Questions every taxpayer should ask regardless of political party. Because whether you're a Republican, Democrat, Independent, or someone who is just trying to survive another New Jersey utility bill, everybody deserves honesty. And everyone deserves accountability. Here's the reality. New Jersey families don't live inside campaign speeches. They live inside monthly budgets. And monthly budgets don't care about political slogans. They care about numbers. Numbers don't lie. The electric companies don't accept campaign promises as payment, your mortgage company doesn't accept optimistic press releases, and your grocery store doesn't take political talking points to the checkout line. So yes, $25 may sound nice in the headlines, but when compared to months of rising utility costs, it feels less like a meaningful relief and more like someone trying to put out a forest fire with a water pistol. Maybe next time, instead of celebrating $25 credit, state leaders should spend more time making sure residents don't need them in the first place. Because New Jersey families deserve more than applause lines, they deserve results. I'm Haylee Ficuciello, Senior Correspondent for Englebrook Independent News. Thank you for watching, and as always, question everything, verify the facts, and never let political promises become a substitute for political accountability. Have a great evening.